CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi, here in Inglewood, California. Today, our draw features two from the AFC, between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. On the Broncos sideline, you get a look at their head coach. He signed back to 500 after they picked up the victory last week. Across the field, head coach of the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh. These guys ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Lutz looks about ready to go. Ball teed up. Kate Scott and Brock Heward with you in the booth. And we're off on EA Sports. Darius Davis to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led up by the sixth-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Just ho-hum, more of the same production from Herbert in year 5. In fact, it was the cleanest football of his career, Kate. 23 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. He's got to check that box of playoff wins. And that's not easy to do in this AFC.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Herbert from the gun. Keenan Allen. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They get 23 on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Here's Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. And you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Throw is caught. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers 7, Broncos nothing.
The Chargers just about ready. And there they go, sending it away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
4 yards on the pickoff. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Nix. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
First down.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They run the counter with Dobbins. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Nix from the gun. Completed over the middle. And it looks like he's going to be marked just a little shy of that first down. Ball at the 41, 3rd and short.
A gain of 11 brings up 3rd and inches.
Get the fullback involved here. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of him.
Pistol give here to Dobbins. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive run, it would really break the backs of the defense.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, some positive yardage here, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 starts. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
He's got Sutton complete. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's the fake. Here's Nix. Finds Troutman. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
Nix to throw again. Makes the catch. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal. They'll throw again. Nix. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. This one misses the tight end. And that brings up 4th and goal.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Throwing again. Here's Nix. And the defender comes away with it. And the Chargers will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
That's one of those drives, Kate, especially on the opening drive. You come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Collects this at the 32. Gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
They fake the handoff. Now Nix. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 7-0 is our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got a first to begin the frame. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
It's a gain of 3.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on first. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action. He's got it on the bootleg. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
So the incompletion on first. Here is 2nd and goal. Here's Nix to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Harris gets it on the counter. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st down from the 42. Running behind center with Harris. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, hauling him to the ground.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Right side and in the hands of Allen. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That's complete to Johnston. Out right. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That's a gain of
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Herbert from the gun. That one's good to McConkey. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
Chargers first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Hits him on the out route. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Dicker connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Harvey now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton taking the field once again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. You get it on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Now Nix finds him over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
That's into the hands of Franklin. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, They played a huge role in that big old run.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
To throw, here's Nix. Throws caught, and he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Here he is on 3rd and short. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Neil Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. The kick by Lutz is good, and it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here comes Davis. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. On to the left side, and Johnston has it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
And 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Herbert to throw once more. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At the 38-yard line.
Now Herbert to throw. Completed here to Johnston. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Buys time, rolling right. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Chargers field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, well, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
The Chargers just about ready. And there they go, sending it away. Harvey now to return it. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Designed run. Here's Nix. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far. 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. It's been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Harvey now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They give to Dobbins to start the third. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. There's the fake. Here's Nix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Herbert slides to a stop with enough on that play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Herbert on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
A quick slant. Here's McConkey. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Oh, love this. Giving it to the big guy on third and short. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I think some of us watching that in real time might not have been sure. He sure was. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first, and he popped right away, signaling that he had it.
1st and 10, give to Harris. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
So here comes the Bronco offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Dump off to his fullback. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Completed over the middle. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down, Broncos.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on a quick hitter. And this winds up a short gain to the 29. Tuipulotu in for the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It's a give here for Dobbins. Running in the red zone. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter, they all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
That one splits the uprights, and the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Gets this to McConkey. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's another Chargers first down.
Shotgun game to Hampton. And this is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Najee takes this one. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Connects on the crosser. And this one doesn't go far.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
To the air on third and long. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
Throwing on first is Herbert. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. He did him a solid by recovering that, but not helping them with the yards lost afterwards as this play finally comes to an end.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down at distance.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here, and this is second and long. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Caught quickly on the slant. And they take him down right along the 30. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
So on fourth down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Dicker connects there, and that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his third field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Harvey now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Nix from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. New set of downs from 37. Going with Dobbins here. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Only gets a yard there to make it second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Nix. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Now Nix on 3rd down. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Number 1, Evan Ingram. It's a gain of 10. And the Broncos first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
A give right side to Dobbins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Escapes the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. A sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Flushed out. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
Dancing Vesta. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. First down now, ball at the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Running behind center with Harris. And that run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Herbert from the gun. That one's good to McConkey. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Running it with Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play, At least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off.
Obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Nix off the play action. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. Catch made over the middle. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Shoots another one. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Into the hands of Conklin. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A handoff for Harris running right. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Taken down at the 41.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Herbert now off the play fake. Vacates quickly left side. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
1st and 10.
Another pistol to give to Harris. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Harris once more. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
To the right and pulled in by McConkey. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Brings up third down.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So many offenses will script, Kate, their first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue to push for the goal line.
Offense is set. First and 10. Herbert now. Brought in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Chargers first down. First and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal. Here he is to throw. Going with a screen to Hampton. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Back to throw. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. Harvey now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running.
Brings up second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Setting up to pass. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's first and 10. Once more, it's Nix. Ingram brings in another one. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Throwing again. Here's Nix. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're going to face third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So second down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'll be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
This is outside of field goal range, so no choice but to go for it here. Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and when you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
For Brock, you and everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.
CBS Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.